The new V-Class, the uncompromising embodiment of a versatile family, leisure and business vehicle with the handling performance of a car. It's available in 3 lines. It combines the traditional basic Mercedes-Benz values of safety, comfort and quality with a variable and spacious interior. The short hood with its soft transition to the windshield. The rear end terminating in an abrupt vertical profile with a rear door extending over the entire width of the vehicle with deeply drawn bumpers. And a long wheelbase determine the overall vehicle dimensions. Exterior features are large glazed areas, colour-matched bumpers and exterior mirrors, and a sporty-looking front end. In this film, we'd like to introduce you to the engineering of the V-Class from the service angle. In the sections body, chassis, engine, maintenance and accessories, you'll find much information and special service tips. The Bodyshell is largely similar to that of the Vito and has been developed to meet the high Mercedes-Benz safety standards. The energy-absorbing forward structure and the axle engine carrier contribute decisively to the excellent crash behaviour of the V-Class. Full-length longitudinal members and full-width transverse members are incorporated in the body as additional strengthening elements. Owing to the integral unity of floor and firewall, a high-strength body structure has been obtained. High-strength A and B pillars and reinforcements in the doors and side walls enhance occupant protection considerably in the event of a side collision. For accident diagnosis and body repairs, the Select straightening system has been approved. The straightening fixtures of the Vito are used. Constructional features help cut the cost of repairs. The front crossmember, for instance, is bolted. The windshield is hard bonded to the body. A band filter is optionally available. Heat-absorbing glass all around is standard. Electric window lifts for both front doors and the rear deflector panes are part of the basic equipment. The middle side windows can also be fitted with deflector panes on request. The rear window heater is designed to prevent the wiper blade from freezing to the glass. The twin-blade wipers provide a large effective wiping area reaching to the A-pillars. Instantaneous cleaning is achieved by arranging spray orifices with several nozzles right at the wiper blades. The rear window also has a large wiped area. A 4-hole spray nozzle is placed on the wiper arm for optimal cleaning. The wash and wipe functions of windshield and rear window are combined in the right-hand combination switch. To reduce maintenance effort, a central water reservoir is used with separate pumps for windshield, rear window and headlight wipers. The open construction of the doors facilitates assembly and fitting appreciably. The electric window lift, including guide rail, is pre-assembled on the unscrewable inner door panel. Left-hand drive vehicles are fitted with a sliding door on the right as standard. Sliding doors on both sides are available as an optional extra. Right-hand drive vehicles have it on the left as standard. The upper guide rail is designed to provide optimum headroom on closing. The rear flap, with a clear standing height of 2 meters, is supported by 2 large gas-filled springs. The side centering device of the rear flap has automatic clearance compensation. To provide a low, level loading sill, the bumper has been drawn down low and the striker recessed. Electrically operated tilting sliding roofs are optionally available. In conjunction with the front sliding roof, a tilting sliding roof for the passenger compartment is also available. The drive motors are placed in front of the sliding roofs, easy to get at. Both sliding roofs are operated from the front. The exterior mirrors with lock-in positions can be folded back to go through car washes, for instance. The bumpers are of one piece and painted the colour of the vehicle, except for a dark grey strip. The rear bumper is fitted with an impact-absorbing element. The bumpers are easy to remove in a few operations. They're held on the sides by a slide-fit guide and attached at the wheel arch cutouts by expanding plugs. 2 of the mounting bolts are hidden in front under the license plate. The ventilation flaps for the interior are placed in the rear pillar under the bumper. The interior ventilation helps, among other things, to keep the windows from fogging up. The vent holes consequently should not be covered up. The V-Class is equipped with an electric central locking system, comfort actuator and radio remote control as standard. Different from the infrared remote control, locking is initiated by folding the key out or in. Using the key, all windows, deflector panes and sliding roofs can be closed and opened from the driver's door. The control unit for the comfort lock actuator is under the dashboard on the right. Independent of the locking system, the immobilizer, a standard fitting, is activated by a transponder in the vehicle key. The transponder signal is transmitted to the immobilizer control unit by a coil in the steering lock. The unit checks whether the key is known and thus authorized to start the engine. If the immobilizer control unit recognizes the key, it clears it for starting. This control lamp indicates an activated immobilizer in gasoline engines. The pre-glow indicator lamp does this for diesel engines. The immobilizer control unit is installed behind the instrument cluster. Under the steering column shroud is the Central Electric System 1. The combination switch with two control levers is directly connected to the central electric system, appreciably reducing the amount of wiring. Central Electric System 2 is placed in the left seat box. Depending on equipment, here are the relays and control units for the cruise control, the rear wiper control, the rear window heater, the headlight wipers, and the diagnostic test connector. Additional fuses are placed behind the side cover. The junction of the engine cable harness with the main cable harness is located in a plastic bag, protected from water and attached to the wash-water reservoir. The battery positive-negative cable can also be disconnected from the harness. The instrument panel, including heating and ventilation system, is designed as a pre-assembled unit. The instrument cluster consists of 3 round instruments with a band of indicator and warning lamps beneath. By pressing the left-hand button, the mileage display can be changed to a trip counter. The Ambiente is equipped with an outside temperature gauge as standard. This is an optional extra on the other lines. The instrument cluster is attached by 1 screw each on the upper right and left. The V-Class sports a separate radio generation. Mercedes-Benz Sound 5000 and Mercedes-Benz Sound 7000 with 5 two-way speakers. In the rear, on the right and left, there are mid-range treble speakers. In the seat box of the front passenger seat is a woofer. 2 mid-range treble speakers are set in the top of the dashboard on either side. Optionally available is a CD changer fitted under the right seat box. A telephone with hands-free facility and pre-fittings are also available as optional extras. The telephone antenna is attached to the front roof. Newly developed large-surface rectangular headlamps with integral fog lamps are used in the V-Class. Low beams and high beams are separate. The low beams always remain on together with the high beams, which are superimposed on the low beams like a spotlight. Both are actuated by the left-hand combination switch. The fog lamp is switched on and off separately. The turn signals have clear plastic covers with yellow bulbs. As an optional extra, a lamp failure monitor is available. The control unit is arranged behind the instrument cluster. Also available as an optional extra is a high-pressure headlight cleaning system. Bulb replacement at the front and back has been made service-friendly. There are service openings for headlight alignment. The front turn signals are plug-in units secured by spiral springs. Heating, ventilation and, if included, air conditioner constitute a unit. The controls consist of 3 rotary switches for air supply, temperature selection and air distribution. Pressing the air supply switch activates the standard recirculating air system. A dust filter is also part of the standard equipment. An electronically controlled air conditioner is available as an optional extra. It's activated by the refrigerant compressor switch. The climate control unit is placed under the dashboard. To avoid heat build-up, the interior temperature sensor is fitted with a blower. The solenoid clutch of the refrigerant compressor has a fuse to protect the V-ribbed belt. Expansion valve, service valves, and filter dryer are easily accessible from the outside. The optional air conditioner always includes a residual engine heat utilizer. This is also available separately. The coolant recirculating pump and the frequency valve of the residual engine heat utilizer are placed in the engine compartment. Another available extra is an auxiliary heater. The controls are mounted on the roof frame. The dust filter, it's replaced once a year, has a predetermined breaking point to make it easier to remove. The V-Class is delivered as a six-seater with vis-à-vis seats in the passenger compartment as standard. The front seats have lordotic supports and central armrests. The comfort seats are adjustable in many ways. The four reversible luxury bucket seats in the rear have armrests, which a bayonet fitting makes easy to remove. The backrests adjust through 45 degrees and can be folded down and used as shelves. Each seat can be individually removed and turned around. Thus, a great variety of seating arrangements is possible. Through a ball and socket locking system, the seats can be installed and removed without tools. The V-Class is equipped with full-size airbags for driver and front passenger as standard. The airbag and belt tensioner control unit is placed in front of the left seat box. The seat belts for driver and front passenger are adjustable for height and fitted with pre-tensioners. All passenger seats have integral three-point inertia reel seat belts, so neither belts nor stalks get in the way of passengers or clutter the cargo space if the seats are removed. Inertia reel and belt buckle are anchored in the seat. The three lines differ not only in interior design but also in the scope of standard equipment. Countless combinations are possible. Almost every item of optional equipment is combinable with every design variant. A Getrag 5-speed manual transmission is fitted as standard. Depending on engine, the transmissions have different ratios in 4th and 5th gear. Owing to the front-wheel drive, the differential and transmission are arranged in one housing with a common lubrication circuit. Power is transferred to the differential by spur gear. Gear changes are transmitted by two Bowden cables. The convenient position of the gear shift lever in the instrument panel permits unimpeded access to the passenger area. The electronically controlled ZF 4-speed automatic transmission with converter lockup clutch is optionally available. With the automatic transmission too, the differential is located in the same housing with a common oil circuit. McPherson strut units with linear spring characteristics are used at the front. A large volume rubber mount supports the strut unit against the body. The standard anti-roll bar is directly linked to the spring struts. At the rear, an electronically controlled air suspension system with load-sensitive shock absorbers is used. The vehicle level is ascertained by two height sensors and reported to the electronic control unit in the right side wall. It always maintains a preset ride height regardless of load. The vehicle can also be equipped with an optional switch on the rear pillar to raise or lower the vehicle height. The pressure is supplied by an electrically driven compressor with air dryer. Compressor and control valves are placed on the driver's side under the floor. The intake air filter in the longitudinal member is protected from water and dirt. By pressing the service switch for more than 2 seconds, the self-leveling control can be switched off for maintenance work or for changing tyres. Warning lamps in the instrument cluster and in the service switch tell when the automatic control is switched off and indicate the different operating states and system malfunctions. The air suspension control unit is equipped with a fault memory. A handheld tester provides a readout. The front axle is attached to the axle engine carrier. The driven, independently sprung wheels are located by A-arms and attached to the axle engine carrier by supporting joints. The McPherson strut units are the upper locating links. The rear wheels are also independently sprung and located by semi-trailing arms. Track can be adjusted by means of eccentric bolts. Trend and Fashion have 195/70 R15 tyres on 6-inch steel wheels as standard. Low-profile tyres are available as an option. They're standard with the Ambiente on 6-inch light alloy wheels, a combination which is also available for the other lines. ABS with the EBV automatic brake force proportioning system and ETS are standard equipment. The integrated control and hydraulic unit is placed behind the wash water reservoir. The brake circuits are diagonally split. Floating caliper brakes are used on front and rear axle. The front brake discs are ventilated. As standard, the V-Class has power-assisted rack and pinion steering, which automatically compensates play and is thus maintenance-free except for fluid level checks. The The 80-litre plastic fuel tank sits between the longitudinal members protected from accidents. Arranged behind it are the evaporative emission control system with auxiliary tank and charcoal filter, as well as the fuel filter. The V230 is equipped with the proven, well-known 4-valve 111 engine, displacement 2.3 litres, with P-type engine management system. The electronic engine control unit is arranged underneath the right headlight. A 2-litre variant is available for various export markets. A VR6 gasoline engine is in preparation. The intake system has been modified for the transverse engine. For the diesel version, the 2-valve 601LA engine is used, which also displaces 2.3 litres, with turbocharger and intake air cooling. It's distinguished by high torque and low fuel consumption. Since the engine is installed transversely, the engine mounts must absorb higher pressures from the driving torque. Therefore, large, soft elastomer mounts are used. An electrically driven ducted fan is used for cooling. The relays for controlling the fan motor are placed directly on the cooling module. They're controlled by a temperature sensor on the side of the radiator tank. The cooling module is designed as a pre-assembled unit and can be removed and installed in one piece. For the 601LA engine, an oxidation catalyst is available as an optional extra. The M111 engines are fitted with controlled catalytic converters as standard. The lambda sonde is arranged directly behind the exhaust manifold. A cooling muffler is placed ahead of the catalyst to prevent the catalyst overheating. In the warm-up phase, all the exhaust gases are routed directly to the catalyst through a bypass flap to achieve prompt catalyst light-off. The bypass flap is actuated by a vacuum element and controlled by a solenoid valve. The V-Class is distinguished by low upkeep. Engine oil is changed every 15,000 kilometres or once a year. Maintenance is scheduled every 45,000 kilometres. For the V-Class 2, the familiar alu-style or lean lines roof programs are available. The range of accessories also includes an interior support for up to 4 bicycles with anchoring unit, or a rear bicycle carrier. This is attached so that the rear flap can be opened even with the carrier bolted in place. A cooler box and other accessories are also available. The presentation of the V-Class from the service angle ends at this point. Familiarise yourself in addition with the available service literature and avail yourself of the training offered. We're certain that you too will contribute to the success of the new V-Class.